Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarva Vide Namaha. अविवेक निबंधनात् मिथ्याभिमानादेव संसार प्राप्ति ही. Samsara prapti, one becomes entangled in samsara, in the life, in terms of ahankara, mamakara, sukha dukkha, shoka moha, asanaya pipasa, jara mrityu. It is mithya abhimanadeva. Who is the samsari? The one who is mithya abhimanam, one who has the false notion about one's own self. And how did that come about? Aviveka nibandhana, because of aviveka. Viveka grahat, on account of the agrahanam, not being able to see the viveka, the separation of the atma from the anatma. And therefore taking anatma to the atma and thus entertaining variety of notions about oneself. Katham di samsara nivritti. If samsara prapti is due to aviveka, then what is the way of nivritti? So, the teacher said, Achakshyaskari shastracha nendriyani sadamama aprano hyamanasura iti chatharamana achakshyaskari shastruktam sabhabhyabhyantaram tvayam nityamuktam ihatmanam mokshachet sadasmaretam. So this sadasmaranam, Achakshyaskari shastra, Achakshyaskoham amanaha. So that I am devoid of the rasa, rupa, gandha, chakshu. That tells me that I am nirvishesha. Savahya-bhyantaram hyajam. Savahya-bhyantaro hyajaha. That I am simultaneously inside, meaning there are no idea, no divisions of within and without in me. I am all pervasive, formless, birthless, changeless, ever pure, and devoid of the body, mind, prana, sense organs. Nityamuktam. The idea of the bondage only arises on account of the identifying with this, which I am not. Mumukshuschet sadasmaret. Atman mumukshu sadasmaret. In this way, a mumukshu should all the time remind oneself of this true nature of oneself. Chakshushkari shastracha nindriyani sadama. So this praman, the Shastra says, achakshushkoham, apranoham, aprano hyamanasya vidhija atharvanam vachaha. Shabdadhyana ahvasya shruyate mamakashake. Kathopanishad also says, I am devoid of shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Meaning shrotrendriya, sparshendriya, ghanendriya, chakshurindriya. I am devoid of all of those indriyas. Aprano himanaha nismat avikari aham. Therefore, I am ever avikari, ever change, with all the changes taking place around me. The chakshuhu, etc., sense organs constantly changing, their corresponding objects changing, the mind changing, thoughts changing, body changing. I am as though surrounded by changes or vikara. Therefore, habitually I take myself a vikari. Sukhi, dukhi, karta, bhokta, young, old, happy, hungry, thirsty. Sadahiyam avikari. I am ever avikari, ever changeless, ever free from any modifications. Because vikari alone is samsara. Nirvikara is no samsara. Vikari is subject to vikara, goes on changing, and thus perishable, limited, separated, isolated, divided. That's what vikari is. Avikaritanasya phalamaha. That I am avikari. Therefore says, vikshepo nasti tasman me na samadhistato mama. Tasman me vikshepo nasti. Tasmat avikaritvat no vikshepha nasti. Only vikari can undergo change, and therefore there can be a distraction, there can be restlessness, unsteadiness. That which is changing can never be steady. Every moment it is changing, therefore unsteadiness, restlessness. When I feel restless, then there is a need to focus my mind to become calm. Avikaritvat, because avikari, therefore there is no restless in me. There is no vikshepa, no distraction in me. Tataha vikshepa bhavat na samadhi. Vikshepa nivritti rupatvat samadhi. What is samadhi is vikshepa nivritti. Freedom from restlessness, freedom from disquiet. So one is total tranquility. That's what one desires, tranquility and total tranquility. Although as long as tranquility is a state of mind, there cannot be an eternal or constant tranquility. But still, the tranquility becomes a practice for a person whose mind is restless. But that next verse will tell us anyway, but I who has no change, is ever the same, therefore there is no waves, no restlessness, no urvis in me. And therefore no need to quieten me, because quietude is my nature. So in Atma there is no samadhi, in Atma there is no vikshepa, therefore no samadhi. कस्यदि समाधि विक्षेपो इत्यपेक्षायां विकारवतः एव. Who is subject to vikshepa? Vikaravan. Who needs samadhi? Vikaravan. Vikshepa va samadhirva manasasyad vikarinah. Mind which is vikari. The mind gets vikshiptam and therefore mind gets samahitam. Both the states, so both the states of mind, vikshepa is a state of mind and samadhanam, samadhi is also a state of mind. Continuing with the next verse 15, page 188. मनोवद विकारित्वाद्वा विकारी मनस्तादात्म्याद्वा. The nirvikar avikari atma I feel that I am a vikari. Therefore I am restless and therefore I need to concentrate, need samadhi. It's because manovad vikaritvat. I look upon myself as a vikari, as a constantly changing entity like the mind is. Or vikari manas tadatmyadva, or because of identification with the mind, therefore I look upon myself as vikari. Either by swarupa I am vikari or I am vikari because of the tadatmya identification of the mind. Vikshepa samadhi. Then vikshepa and samadhi, that's a dual. Atmani sambhavyeta, all dual. Atmani vikshepa samadhi sambhavyeta. The Atma, vikshepa and samadhi, both of them would have been possible if either Atma was restless by nature or became restless because of identification of the mind. Tat ubhaya bhavat. There is no identification. Nobody gets one with Atma, with mind. Therefore, at the level of Atma, there is no vikshepa samadhi. That's the point here. To unasta ityaha amanaskasya. The next verse is अमनस्कस्य शुद्धस्य कथं तत्स्याद्वयं मम अमनस्त्वा विकारित्वे विदेहव्यापिनो मम. अमनस्कस्य शुद्धस्य मम कथम तद्वयं स्यात्. शुद्धस्य मम शुद्धस्य अविकारिणः I am Shuddha, ever pure, changeless. So Ashuddhi, impurity can be there where there is vikara. From one state to other one change. That change can happen only when some impurity is there. Without impurity, change cannot happen. Pure thing, change cannot happen. They cannot even make an ornament from pure gold. You require some impurity to form. So anything that undergoes change must have some impurity. Avikarana Shuddhasya Amanaskasya, devoid of the mind, devoid of all impurity, devoid of vikara or change. Katham tatsyad tadvayam mama katham syad. That vikshepa samadhi dvayam katham tatsyad, that mama, that dvayam, that two things, how can there be in me? So Tika says katham amanaskatvam avikaritvam chaiti atah aha. The next question is, how do you say that you are amanaska, mind, devoid of mind, avikaritvam, that you are changeless? What's the reason why you are changeless? You are not mindless, but then you transcend the mind. That's the better way of saying. Devoid of the mind means one who does not need mind. When it is said that devoid of all attributes, one doesn't need attributes. आपका ब्रह्म तो नगुणा है. It is not nirgunam doesn't mean that it is the gunas are absent. It transcends gunas. It doesn't need the gunas to be what it is. To be complete or limitless, Brahman doesn't need visheshas, gunas, mind, sense organs to be what it is. So how come Brahman or Atma is amanaska, devoid of mind, avikari, devoid of changes? So second line of that verse says, amanastva vikaritve videha vyapino mama katham syat. Again, tadvayam katham syat. This is also dual. Amanastva avikaritva. So, amanastva avikaritve, the free deed, being devoid of mind, devoid of vikara, how can it be? For me, who am I? Videha vyapino mama. Videha vyapi. Videha devoid of deha. Vyapi is all pervasive. So videhas chasu vyapi chayate videha vyapi. Videha vyapi. Devoid of the deha is called videha. So vigataha deha yasmat saha videha, you can say. The one from deha is not there, or who is free from identification of deha. And then vyapi, so videha vyapi is a compound samasa. Dvandva videhas chasav vyapi cha videha vyapi, one who is videha as well as vyapi. Tasyeti vigraha. So I am videha as well as vyapi. Videhatva, because I have no body, there is no mind. Videhatvat amanaskatvam. Vyapitvat avikaritvam vyapi. In all pervasive, therefore formless, therefore it is changeless. Anything that has form or boundary is subject to change, because there are forces outside that boundary that can influence that. I am formless, boundless, like space, and therefore untainted. कथम तरी जिज्ञासावस्थायाम समाध्यादिगम कर्तव्यमिति. Then why do they prescribe shanto, dantah, uparata, titikshu, samahito, bhutva? One should also practice the concentration of mind. Why they prescribe? If Atma does not need samadhi because avikari, why samadhi or samadhanam, concentration of mind, prescribed for a mumukshu or a jignasu? Is a buddhi kasam asirikyaha, that I should concentrate. Why did that buddhi? Why did that thought or the idea come to you that I must do this? Jignasavasthayam, in the state of jignasu, that this thought comes to me, or this resolve comes to me, sankalpa, that I should do this. So the next verse is, इत्येतद्यावदज्ञानम् तावत् कार्यं ममाभवत् नित्यमुक्तस्य शुद्धस्य बुद्धस्य च सदा मम. इति एतद् यावद् अज्ञानं तावत् कार्यं मम अभवत्. यावद् अज्ञानं तावत् मम कार्यम् अभवत्. As long as I have ignorance, so long karyam kartavyam, something was to be done. So Tika says, Sada nitya mukta shuddha buddhasya mama nitya muktasya shuddhasya buddhasya sada mama. I, who in reality is nitya mukta, nitya shuddha, nitya buddha. यावद् अज्ञानं तावत् मम कार्यम् अभवत्. यावद् अज्ञानं यावत् पर्यन्तं मम अज्ञानं, as long as I had ignorance of what? एतद् नित्य शुद्धत्वादि विषम अज्ञानम् आसीत्. I did not know that नित्य शुद्धोहम, नित्य बुद्धोहम, नित्य मुक्तोहम. That is my स्वरूप, what I did not know. Meaning that did not in fact manifest in my heart, that I am Shuddha Buddha Nitya Mukta. Right now as I say I am a Jiva, this so and so forth, in that manner when I know Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta, that becomes a spontaneous knowledge. Then in that knowledge, of course, ignorance and other things cannot stand. Until that happens to me, तावत् मम कार्यम समाधानादि कर्तव्यम अभवत्. So long vikshepa was there and so long the need for samadhi was there, so long need was there. As long as ignorance is there, so long I find myself needy. And the ultimate needs are that I must concentrate my mind, because need for knowledge, and that knowledge requires a focused mind, and that requires me to focus my mind. Na idanim tad janatah krutyamasti. But now I, who knows my true nature, doesn't have any krutyam, kartavyam, karyam, something that has to be done. Idanim kasmat samadhanai na kartavyati apekshayam. Again, how come I don't need to do samadhi? Tat hetu abhav. Because the reason for samadhi is not there. What necessitated samadhi, that is not there. Why don't you eat? Because what necessitated eats is hunger, and that's not there, so I don't do that. I do something when there is a need to do that. Now that I know my true nature, the need for samadhi, etc. is not there. So, hetu abhavat. The reason for doing something is a need to do that. When I feel I need, because by doing that I stand to gain something. Or by not doing that I stand to lose something. But now there is no more. There cannot be any loss and gain in me. Ityaha samadhirva. So next verse is samadhirva samadhirva karyam chanyat kuto bhave mam hidhyatva cha buddhva cha manyate krata krityatam. Samadhirva asamadhirva kutah karyam bhaved. Either concentration or not concentration, how can that be karya or something to be done? Then there is also a compulsion to do. Kartavya means karya or krutya means that I am compelled to do something. There is a need in my mind which compels me to do something. You see, there all the action arises from kama or the need. In recognition of myself, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta, the imagined need disappears. If there's a real need, then even knowledge also cannot remove that, but the need was only imagined in Atma. There is need in the mind, body, sense complex, no doubt about that. And though I felt I was needy on account of identification, I'm free from need. If samadhi or asamadhi, that karyam, how can there be? I may as well do it by my sweet will. That's a different matter. A wise person by sweet will may confine himself to a cave and may, remain with himself. That is all right, but that's not kartavya, that has to do. So Tapan Maharaj, some thought comes, he starts all of a sudden from one day, he starts traveling the Himalayas, and stays in a cave and does something, whatever the fancy of the mind says. There is no compulsion. What is this is out of pleasure or happiness. So kuto bhavet mama kuto bhavet, how can that be for me? Samadhi or asamadhi. Samadhi, concentration. Asamadhi cannot be kartavya anyway, because already there, but anyway, just to contrast. Samadhirva, asamadhirva, whatever it is, there cannot be any kartavya for me. Kuto no bhavet. Why do you say samadhi or samadhi cannot be? There is no kartavya. Because second line says, Mahamidhyatvacha buddhvacha manyate kritakrityatam. Who am I? What's my nature? Mahamidhyatva, meditating upon me, buddhva, knowing me, kritakrityatam manyate, people become kritakritya. By meditating upon me and by knowing me, people gain a sense of total completeness, fulfillment. So total fulfillment is my nature already. How can there be a need in me then? How can there be kartavya? Yasman mam pratyagera ekrasam brahma dhyatva vicharya buddhva sakshatkritya. So dhyatva is explained as vicharya. Shrutva, matva, buddhva, sakshatkritya. Kritakrityatam manyante moksha. Knowing me, people will feel a complete sense of fulfillment. When the fulfillment is there is the total freedom from any lack and therefore any need. Vihaya kaman yasarvan pumam sharati nispruha nirmamo nirahankara sashantim adhigacchati. Here also a verse is quoted from Gita, tathacha shruti. However, Brahmajnani is free from need. Esha nityo mahima brahmanasya na karmana vardate no kaniyanite. एषः ब्राह्मणस्य ब्रह्मविदः नित्यो महिमा. This is the Nitya Mahima, the eternal glory of a knower of Brahman. Na karmana vardate, that glory, that fullness that a knower of Brahman enjoys cannot be increased by karma, nor can it be decreased by karma. You say kartavya is there provided I stand to gain something by doing it, or I stand to lose something by not doing it. Then kartavya comes, then there is a compulsion to do something. Kartavya is a compulsion to do. Why is it not there? Yes, tvatmardareva syat. Who is a Brahmana? In whose mahima there can be no growth or decay. Yastvatmadhareva syat atmatruptasya manavaha. One who is dwelling upon the self, one who is content with the self, one who is satisfied with the self. So rati, tushti, trupti, priya, moda, pramoda. One whose joy of every kind comes from the self. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Karyam kartavyam, something to be done. No more remains. One who is completely satisfied with oneself by oneself has nothing now to be accomplished. Nothing to lose also. Na karmana vardhate no kaniyan. Some karma cannot bring about a vruddhi, nor can some karma bring about a kshaya. One therefore atmaneva atmana tushta, one who abides in himself, as himself, and totally satisfied. There is no now compulsion or inner pressure to do anything. Tasmat, so what is the hetu? Hetu abhavat, ajnana is the hetu. Tasmat ajnana bhavat nasti idanim kimapi kartavya mityartha. Ignorance and then the false notion about oneself that I am incomplete self, I am a needy self, because body, mind, sense complex, all kinds of cravings are there. And when I identify with them, I also have a lot of cravings, and therefore something has to be done to get rid of those cravings. There's no more there. ननु यद्यपि यथोक्त आत्मविद समाध्यादि कर्तव्यम नास्ति, so यथोक्त आत्मविद है, the knower of Atma is stated who knows himself nitya shuddha buddha mukta. Samadhyadi kartavyam nasti, avikari, there was no samadhi, etc. had to be done. So shama, dhamma, uparama, titiksha, that is no more to be done. तथापि आत्मनो ब्रह्मत्वं संपाद्य प्रपंचस्य विलय कर्तव्य है. I don't need samadhi because I am tranquil, but still aham brahma, so I have to become Brahma. Atmana brahmatvam sampadya. I have to accomplish the state of being Brahman. I have to become Brahman. Prapanchasya vilaya kartavya hai. This prapancha which is there also has to be completely negated or completely merged. Vilaya kartavya hai. Then only I can experience that I am Brahman, I am non-dual. When the duality of prapancha is not there, as long as prapancha is there, the world is there, so long I am there, world is there, duality is there. Therefore, to experience non-duality, this prapancha has to be completely merged. And how to become Brahman and remain Brahman. As long as prapancha is there, how can I be Brahman with this duality? So I must accomplish the state of being Brahman and I must completely get rid of this prapancha, then only I can be non-dual. So even when you are nirvikara, there is no samadhi, no other kartavya remains with reference to mind. This kartavya still remains that you still have to become Brahman. And you become non-dual by eliminating all the duality. That remains to be done. Iti ashankya brahma rupatvasya nitya siddhatvat. You don't have to become Brahma, you already are Brahma. Brahma rupatvasya nitya siddhatvat. Brahma rupatvam, the state of being Brahman is always there, that is my nature. Prapanchasya cha ajnana matra vilasatasya. If prapancha is not real, prapancha or the universe does not create duality because it is an appearance caused by ignorance, it's not a real tangible thing. Therefore, for non-duality, you don't have to merge the duality because duality is only product of ignorance. तन्निवृत्ति समये च अधिष्ठानात्मना vilinatvad. Therefore, since it is product of ignorance, the prapancha, therefore in knowledge, prapancha is no more an independent reality. You see it as nothing other than the adhisthana. That nama rupa is never apart from asti bhati priyam. Adhisthātmana vilinatvad. And therefore, if you wish, no more the prapancha remains when you are identified asti bhati priyam. No more nama rupa prapancha remains. Or even if prapancha is, this pratit is there is no more reality to that. That anusthayam avashishya. Therefore, this is, I don't have to become Brahma, I am Brahma, to recognize that I am Brahma. I don't have to eliminate the universe, I must recognize that the universe is only an appearance and not a reality. So it is a knowledge that accomplishes what you say needs to be done. No action is required. Tibhipretya aham brahmasmi iti. So the next verse is aham brahmasmi sarvosmi shuddho buddhosmi yatah sada ajas sarvata evaham ajaraschakshayo mritah. Sada iti brahmasmi sarveshu vishesheneshu yogyam. Sada aham brahmasmi, sada aham sarvosmi, sada shuddhosmi, sada buddhosmi. So these four visheshanas or lakshanas about Atma, brahmasmi, sarvosmi, shuddhosmi, buddhosmi. Then Tikakara says, Sada should be joined with each one of them. Why? Because I don't become that Sada. I've always been Brahman. Sada means I always was. Always was Shuddha, Buddha, Sarvaha, not that I have to become or I have become. So Sada means there is never existing fact, to be recognized. That's what Vedanta teaches, that what is what you have to recognize, that's called knowledge. Knowledge is recognition of what is. Why do you need to recognize what is? Because what is unfortunately thought to be different from what it is. I am Brahman, but I take myself to be Jivatma, therefore I need to see that I am Brahman. The universe is Brahman also, but I see it as name in form. So I need to see that it is Brahman. Because I entertain Brahman or notion about the self, therefore I must see who I am. Because I entertain notions about Jagat or Prapancha, therefore I must see what reality is. As Pujya Swami used to say, Vedanta talks about realities of life. Because all we need to do is to know the realities of life. By not knowing them, by knowing them wrongly, that all these problems have come. So Sadaham Brahmasmi, Sada Sarva, I am all, I am pure, I am enlightened, awakened. Ajas sarvata evaham, ajas chakshayo mritah, atah tatah bandhahinah. Since I am Brahma, Sarva, Shuddha, Buddha, therefore bandhahinah, I am ever free. Ajaha, unborn, Ajaraha, free from decrepitude, Akshaya, free from decay, Amritaha, immortal, Sarvataha. Now that Sarvataha is to be joined with those padas there. Sarvataha, Jaha, Sarvataha, Ajaraha, Sarvata Akshaya, Sarvata Amrutaha. Meaning that Janma Kshaya Hetu Rahitaha. Ajaha means what? Janma Hetu Rahitaha. Ajanma, unborn means what? Because I am devoid of the cause of birth. The cause of birth is in me, the birth will take place. The seed, if there is cause of birth of the sprout, then sprout will take place. When the seed is roasted, then that cause goes away, then the germination will not take place. But seed will germinate as long as the potential is there. Ajaha means unborn, means not subject to birth. Because the cause of birth is not there. Cause of birth is some restlessness inside. Tapasa chiyate Brahma. Brahma becomes chiyate, it spreads, expands by tapas. And therefore there is an urge to grow, urge to become, urge to be born. Urge becomes a cause, there is no urge for being born. Because without being born I am alright. If I am not alright without change, then I need to change. Janma, Kshaya Hetu, Kshaya is there when Vikara is there. When Vriddhi is there, then Kshaya is going to take place. Vriddhi will be there when the birth is there. So when Ajaha means the very first Vikara is negated, then I am Nirvikara. Therefore, there is no Kshaya. No, pratideham chetana bhede bhasmane katham brahmasmi iti praticha purnata anubhava iti. Pratideham chetana bhede bhasmane. But it is our experience that in every body there is a different consciousness, different Atma is there. Therefore, it is bhasamane. In every body the Atma, separate Atma shines. Katham Brahmasmi, how can I say Sarvosmi, that I am all, that I am non-dual, that I am Brahma, I am limitless? How can I say that when I know that I am in the body and all the as many Atmas are there, as many Upadhis are there? Katham Brahmasmi Praticha Purnatam Anubhava. When I am not Brahman, how can there be Anubhava of Brahman? That's the question here. When I see the Atma, separate Atma in all these embodiments or upadhis, how can there be an experience or knowledge that I am Brahma, non-dual? How can it be? So Madanya, next verse is Madanya sarva bhuteshu bodha kaschinna vidyate कर्माध्यक्षश्च साक्षी च चेता नित्यो गुणोद्वयः सर्वभूतेषु मन्यः मद अन्यः कश्चित् बोधः न विद्यते. Sarvabhutesh, in all the beings, in all the upadhis, but Anya Bodha. So Bodha, the upadhis are many. This upadhi is there are many upadhis are there. Nanya ataha anya drashtru. There is no drashta other than this, no shrota other than this, no bodha other than this. Yes, there are many upadhis, there are many minds. But there is no other bodha or karta or drashta other than the self. So, sarvabhuteshu, in all these beings, meaning all the upadhis, the bodha is one. In all the bulbs, the electricity is one. In all the waves, the water is one. In all the upadhis, the consciousness is one. So Noah is one, or the consciousness is one. Badanya. And I am that consciousness, therefore there is no conscious being other than myself. In all these upadhis there is only one. So that is a statement made. Uktya pramanamaha. On what basis do you say there is no knower, no self other than you? So karmadhyaksha. So that second line is based on the quote from the famous quote from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Eko devaha sarvabhuteshu gudaha sarvavyapi sarvabhutantaratma karmadhyaksha sarvabhutadivasa sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunascha. Iti Shrutau ekasya eva sarvabhutantaratma upadana. In the Shruti, eko devaha sarvabhutantaratma, that is what is relevant here. Eko deva sarvabhutantaratma. One devaha, one self-shining, self-revealing consciousness is antaratma, indwelling self of all the beings. But then how come I see all atmas as different from me? Veda paribhanasya akasha veda bhanavad upadi nibandhanatva. Even though akasha space is one, all pervasive still, there may be ghatakasha, patakasha, mathakasha, sucyakasha, all kinds of spaces. So as long as many apertures are there, enclosures are there, looks like as many spaces are there, as many enclosures are there. So ghata is an enclosure, matha is an enclosure, suchi is an enclosure. And therefore ghatakasha looks different from the patakasha, from mathakasha, from sucyakasha, because of the differences in the upadhi, in the enclosure, and not because there are difference in the space. Because we superimpose the limitations of the enclosure upon the space. Veda pratibhanasya akasha bheda bhanavat upadhi nibandhanatvat. Veda bhanam, that the conscious beings, the atmas are, they appear to be, looks to me like they are all many, countless. And one among the countless, that is the bhanam, that is what the feeling is there in me. But that is because of the manyness of upadhi, which is thought to be manyness of consciousness. So manyness of the body is habitually superimposed upon them, because I take the body to be myself, therefore. My perception of others is based on my perception of myself. Since I look upon this body as myself, therefore I am confined to the body. I will look upon you also as the self confined to that body. When my perception of myself changes and I realize that I am just consciousness, not within the body, is all within the consciousness, then my perception you also will change. To change the perception of the world, we have to change perception of ourselves. Basically, our perception of others also arises from our perception of ourselves. Upadhi bhedabhanas, so bhedabhan, but upadhi nibandhanatvat, bheda pratibhanasya. Na atmantara achanka, there cannot be doubt of atmantara. Anya Atma, another Atma is there, that even Shaka cannot arise. Anya Upadhi is there, Anya Atma cannot be. Yuktam Purna Brahma Atma Anubhavam. Therefore, a wise person definitely can see the self as Purna or Brahma, because it is so. So the footnote says, Asyaha Shrutehe Pratipadam Akhilasam Vidyodayanti Shastra Prakashika. That is the Varsika Tika he refers here. But otherwise, The translation says, you look at the Shankarana Deepika of this verse. Of course, we have here this book has got Bhashya as well as Shankarananda. In the Deepika gives the detailed explanation of this. This is verse number 11. Verse number 10 is यस्तन्तुनाभ एव तन्तुभिः प्रधानदेहि स्वभावतो देव एकस्वम् आवृणोत् सनो दद्यात् ब्रह्माप्ययम् सनो दद्यात् सनो मह्यं ब्रह्मणि अप्ययं दद्यात् एक ही भाव दद्यात्. So earlier verse is a prarthana, last line. That Brahman, may that Brahman grant me the merger of oneness with Brahman. And so here, this tika begins with Nanu prarthya prarthanadi vedavan kimayam iti. You are praying, therefore, the one who prays is one and one who is to pray the two is another. Prarthya, one who is prayed. Then prarthana is prayer. So there is one who prays, one to whom the prayer is made, and the prayer always Bhedavan Kimayam. So that Bheda is not there, it's only Bhasmana Veda, Eka. Eko Devaha Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha. Ekaha. One Bheda Gandha Shunya. There is no Bheda, duality, whatever in this Deva, in this self of the consciousness. Now, Ayam Chet Pratitaha Katham Bheda Gandha Shunya. Nacha itaram nataram iti. Nachet nataram iti. But when you see this, how do you say that there is no gandha or even a smell or even a trace of Bheda? It says Devaha Eko Devaha Swayam Prakashaha is all pervasive. No, Akashe. Anyway, then next when you say, no, yadi asti kasmad abal goparam na pratiyadeti eko devaha. One non-dual self-revealing consciousness. If this is the reality, then how come everybody does not realize that? It says, Gudaha anadi avidya aham mama abhimanya samvrutaha. One non-dual self-shining devata consciousness shines in my heart, but because of the anadi avidya, from the ignorance, beginning ignorance, creates ahankara, mamakara. Therefore, this notion ahankara, mamakara, in fact, wastes and distorts the true nature of Atma. So I know the Atma is distorted then other than what I really am. Nanu vastradi samrutanam manyadina parichedu says, well, when there is Guda, you say that one Atma is hidden here, then it is covered by the Upadi. Like a jewel also is wrapped in a cloth, so also the Atma is wrapped in this one. Sarvavyapi Akasvat Sarvavapya Vyapya Vartamana Sarvavyapi is not like wrapped, is not within the body. Eko Deva, if it is one Devata and self-shining, how come everybody doesn't know? Guda. Sarvabhuteshu Guda. then if it is then looks like it is within the body, it is no sarvavyapi, it is all pervasive. No, tadveva anatma syad, then it is atma and anatma, both is not so. It says no sarvabhutantaratma, it is the indwelling self of all the beings. Sarvabhutanam chaduripranam buddhi abhyantara antaratma, of all the living beings is within even the buddhi. So subtler than the buddhi, within the buddhi. Asmat pratyaya, shabda pratyaya vyavhar yogya hai, for all the beings is vyavhar referred to by aham, I. So even though they use the word I or not, all the beings know, recognize the self as I. Word I and what is revealed by that word. Bhutantaratma, antara shabda buddhi, so buddhi also is antara. So, but antara, bhutantaratma, it is even indwelling, it is inner than even the buddhi. Tatha che sukadukyo bhokta samsari evayamiti. If it is within the self, then buddhi goes to sukha-dukkha, etc., then it becomes experience sukha-dukkha and bhokta and samsari. Is it not so? Just karma adhyaksha, karmanam shivaso phalanam, dharma-anupanam adhyaksho niyanta. No, who is sukha-dukkhi? One who is controlled by karma. His karma adhyaksha is a karma niyanta, therefore not subject to the rules of karma, and therefore no bhoktritvam there. तथा च नैनिकादि अभिमतः तटस्थ एव इति. If that is so, then he is separate from the dharma, adharma and everything. So it's different from them. You say that there is no bhoktritva, sukha dukkha, bhoktritva, because he is a niyanta of all the karma, not under the karma. That looks like he is separate from niyamya, separate from that. That's what the Nayayika say Ishvara is there, but he is tatastha. He has created the world and is separate from the world. Sarvabhutadivasa Sarvabhutani Atmadhikrita Vasati. So he dwells in all the beings, and therefore Atmatvena Adhikritya, he looks upon all the beings as the self, and that's how he dwells. Sarvatma Swarupa. He is the Sarvatma Swarupa. He is of nature of the self of all. No, Sarvatma ched ayamaham karta bhokta ityadi pratyay anubhuvamana katham swayam prakashasya. Then I am experiencing Sarvatma as what? As karta bhokta. That's how I am experiencing. How do you say he is swayam prakasha? It says sakshi. Aham sukhi dukhi tari pratyanam drashta. I am not karta bhokta. What is my nature? Sakshi of karta bhokta. Who is Sakshi? Drashta? Yatha, so drashta, Sakshi is, न कस्यचित् पक्षं भजते उदासीनः यथा लोके विविधमानानां केषाञ्चित् सुखदुःखभाजानाम् अन्यः. So two fellows are interacting with each other, one fellow is happy and unhappy, and one is watching them, who is devoid of all the feelings which are there in them. Similarly, Sakshi, meaning that devoid of this sukhitva, dukkhitva and everything. Nanu sakshi chedayam karnadiman avishyaditi. Witness, then he must, for witnessing, he must possess eyes and things like that, only he can witness. Cheta kevalah, sakshi cheta kevalah. Buddhaiva, nadu shariyadiman, kevalah cheta, kevalah buddha, only knower and not possessed of the body. Nanu buddha se jnana gunoyam sat. If he is a knower, then possesses the attribute of knowing, is it not so? So no knowledge becomes So knower, one who possesses knowledge, he says, no, nirgunascha. Kuni gunyade veda shunya. Nirguna means what? Devoid of the guna means, so saguna means the locus of guna. Guni means the locus of guna. Guna is one, locus is another one. One who is devoid of this dualities. Guna gunyadi bheda shunyopi cheta kevala iti anvaya. Nirgunascha swam prakashaman bodhaik svava anandatma ityartha. So that's how Shankaracharya explains this mantra in detail. And so na atma antara shankayati yuktam. There is no shanka even that there is another atma. That I am all pervasive, sarva bhutadivasa, sarva bhutantaratma, ego, deva, sarva bhuteshu guna. Therefore, there is no question of any other atma other than me. So pratideham chetana bhede bhasamane. Looks like the chetana is different in every body. He says, no, the duality is in the body, not in one that shines in the body. Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeri Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.